Like a bit of tea.
In Twickenham, in southwest London, 34-year-old teacher Manpreet shares her bedroom with two very unusual pets.
Chippy and Speedy are like my babies. We don't have children, unfortunately, so, I've bonded with them. I know, people might think it's strange to have animals and call them your babies, but they really are. They're just so cute, and anybody who sees them, they fall in love with them straight away. Can I take Mummy's hand?
The cheeky chipmunks were a surprise 30th birthday present from Manpreet's husband.
Good girl, Chip. Well done. They're a bit like having a cat and a dog. I know them like almost inside out, and they just make us laugh with the little silly things that they do. Speedy, what have you found? Is that your hazelnut?
When kept as pets, chipmunks can live for up to 8 years. But now both these 4-year-olds have health issues.
Hello, hi, I'm Scott. How are you?
Scott, nice to meet you.
Which is why Scott and newly graduated vet Riaz are making a special home visit.
If you just follow me.
Should we close the door?
Yeah.
They're probably quite fast, I would imagine.
Exactly, yeah. Don't want
Hence
any
the
of them
name
escaping.
Speedy, right?
That's right, yeah. So this is Speedy over here.
Yeah.
And this is Chippy.
They're beautiful.
Aye, they are,
Oh,
yeah.
two absolutely adorable little ones.
I know.
First up for treatment is Speedy.
She damaged her nail, and her new nail that's growing through doesn't grow properly, so it's quite long now.
Oh.
And she just can't seem to trim it by herself.
We see that a lot with dogs and cats.
Yeah.
And she just needs to get it trimmed a little bit regularly. And that's why I bring along my new vet.
Brilliant.
I think that means that I'll be doing the trimming then.
Well, you're an expert in trimming chipmunks' nails, aren't you?
Well, I will be after today.
For Riaz, I think it's a little bit of a baptism of fire.
OK, so I'm going to let Speedy out. She'll come out by herself, but it's a bit difficult to handle her.
Absolutely,
Just a bit of
let's
warning.
try it.
The moment the cage door opens,
Good girl.
Speedy is off.
She's gone under the bed.
Scott, I think we've been outsmarted, mate.
Catching Speedy's fun.
Yeah, she is right in the middle.
Her name should have definitely given it away. Oh, there she go for it, Riaz, go for it. Go, be quick, be quick, be quick.
Oh. I'm being outthought by a chipmunk here. There's a bit of a standoff that's going on. Hopefully we come out on top.
Oh, you're all puffed out now, aren't you? All that playing.
Just 10 minutes away in St Margaret's, another one of Scott's patients, 7-month-old Sydney, is turning out to be a very cute puppy with some interesting habits.
Sid is a very mischievous dog. His favourite thing is to try and get up the stairs when we leave the stair gate open and go searching for a love interest, which seems to be a big, cuddly penguin in my children's bedroom. He likes some alone time with that penguin. We kind of have to leave him to it and rescue the penguin a bit later.
But while Sydney's enthusiastic antics make everyone laugh, there is a problem.
Come on.
Any strenuous activity is now becoming a threat to this French bulldog.
Come on, then.
Just a romp in the park can be dangerous.
Whee!
Because of Sydney's severely compromised breathing caused by extremely narrow airways.
When you look at Sydney, he's such a gorgeous dog. He's so popular locally.
Sid! Sydney!
What people don't realise is that this dog is beset with problems.
All right, Sid. OK, good boy, good boy.
Playing with other dogs in the park, I have to pull him away after 5 minutes because he gets so overexcited he can't breathe.
Come on, then. Good boy. Good boy.
Sometimes he gets so bad I have to carry him home because he just can't catch his breath. It's really upsetting to see him getting distressed, and we know that he wants to run and play, and it really holds him back that he's just not being able to breathe and get the air down.
Good boy, Sid.
Jo is taking Sydney to see Scott later today, and she's hoping there will be a solution to improve her puppy's quality of life.
He's part of the family, and we'll do anything that we can do to make him better and give him the comfort he needs to get out there and enjoy the park. And we really need to get it sorted out quite quickly.
Oh, Sydney, you'll be better soon. Come on.
This is a fun game, mate. I'm being outthought by a chipmunk here. Getting a bit of a sweat on it.
In Twickenham, Chipmunk Speedy is determined to elude Riaz and Scott.
Keep doing what you're doing, Riaz.
Oh, and down she goes. I think she's down your left side.
Finally, after a few minutes,
Oh, she's back in a cage.
You are joking.
the cunning Speedy has the last laugh.
The sooner we get her, we can have a look at that nail, so I think that's what I'm sort of focusing on.
She's very fast. Oh,
Good girl.
careful.
Here we go.
Brilliant. Oh, she's so cute.
So cute. And she's absolutely adorable. I can see why you love them so much. And also, it was incredibly funny to get Riaz to run around like that.
I don't think I'm ever going to live that down.
All right, let's trim that little nail.
Right. Speedy damaged one of her nails a little while ago when she was 1. She's now 4. And ever since then, it's been growing a bit abnormally. And it grows a bit too long and she gets it stuck in a hammock and when she's trying to sleep. So with the Speedy, what we're going to try and do is carefully just cut the nail back down to a normal length so she's more comfortable.
That. That's beautiful. What do you think?
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you ever so much.
Yeah, very good. Isn't it great that you do 5 years of vet school and then you can do a manicure? All right then, Speedy, I think you can go back. Beautiful girl. And be quick with that door.
Yeah, I will do, don't worry.
But suddenly,
Oh, dear.
there's a problem.
When I went to put Speedy back into her cage, she collapsed and fell off her perch. Realised that she wasn't breathing and my heart was in my mouth the whole time. All right.
Is she okay?
It's all right, I know. What's happening? These are the moments as a vet you dread. You're doing what seems to be a minor procedure on an animal and then they drop. My mind's racing, but I act very calmly. But at the same time, I'm thinking, what the hell just happened? Open the window. For a little creature, they're very prone to stress. She just needs to get a good gulp of breath. Hey? There you go, that's it. Good breath, good girl, good girl.
Is that normal when they get stressed? That's what happens.
No, that's not normal, no. But she's basically fainted is what she's done, so haven't you? Hey?
You can't imagine how I felt when he said she's breathing. I was so relieved because I had a flash in front of me thinking that that's it, I've lost my baby.
Hey, you gave me a heart attack.
You? I didn't expect anything like that to happen.
Good girl. There's Mummy. Look at Mummy. Look at that beautiful face. There you go, and you're back.
Good girl.
Right, good girl. There we go. Let's put you there.
There you go. You scared all of us.
You're right. I had a heart
My
attack as
baby,
well. I know. Ooh, that was close. Yeah.
After the scare with Speedy, everyone is now apprehensive about the checkup on Chippy.
About a week ago, I noticed her underside of her belly was slightly swollen. It looked really pink on one side and not so much on the other, so I'm guessing that there's something wrong there because otherwise it would be on both sides, right? If it was, yeah, so maybe we could check that out
absolutely.
as well.
After the lessons learned with Speedy, I decided that this time around we were going to leave Chippy in her cage and try and capture her that way. Let me have a little feel back here. So can I get you just to hold that leg? Mm-hmm. That's it. And Riaz, if you hold that leg, nice and gentle, let's have a feel. Manpreet, I have found a lump.
Okay.
It is a solid mass and it is present in her mammary tissue, basically the breast tissue of your chipmunk. So it looks quite angry.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a concern.
She's my little baby and it's the size of a pea now and we don't know if it's okay, if she'll be okay or if it's something a bit sinister.
Good girl. So I know you're very worried about your little princess, but we just need to take her to the practice, have that anaesthetic done, remove that nasty mass, and then wait and see what the results show.
Okay. Brilliant. Thank you ever so
All
much.
right, no worries. Thank you.
No worries.
Let's go.
We had this traumatic experience with Speedy and I never thought that would happen with her. So there's every possibility something could happen with Chippy as well.
All right, so we'll get off to the clinic now and I'll give you a call just as soon as she's woken up.
She might go into shock. She might not react to the operation too well. I'm not sure. So I am really nervous.
See your friends? Can you say cat?
30 miles away to the west in Marlow, Scott's good friends and fellow vets Claire and Michael Hamilton are worried about their 11-year-old Devon Rex cat, Winston.
He was our first furry baby. Our first little furry baby together. Stroke him gently.
He's an important part of the family, and he loves Maya. If you see them together, it's hilarious. I mean, he kind of rolls on his back, and Maya's kind of gently slapping him like this. Gently, gently. But he loves it, so, yeah. No, they're really good together.
Ever since he was a kitten, Winston has been plagued by serious health problems, and now his symptoms are getting worse.
We first noticed when he was about 6 months old, he developed allergies, so he was pulling his fur out and he was really itchy. He used to vomit a lot and he was really, really skinny. Eventually, we diagnosed him with inflammatory bowel disease. We managed him with very, very strict hypoallergenic diet and steroids. He's done great for 10 years.
But of late, we've spotted him getting a bit bad again, and he's continuing to lose weight. He's continuing to pull his fur out. Something's changing, which is a bit of a worry. He's already been fed twice today.
He eats and eats and eats and eats. So he's eating a lot, but getting skinnier. Our concern is that in a lot of cats, IBD can progress to low-grade cancer. It would be devastating, but we would know what we were dealing with, which would be the best thing. So.
Let's wait and see.
Sorry, I made myself a bit emotional.
You feed it to Mr. Winston.
It's really, really difficult as a vet when your pet gets sick, being on the other side of the fence, because you don't have the vet to go and ask. You have to make the decisions for yourself, but you're emotionally involved. You know, you love this little furry creature.
I'd like to think that I'm the voice of reason. However, I'm quite worried about him this time. So, yeah, there's something not quite right.
Having ruled out other causes of Winston's weight loss, Michael and Claire have decided not to administer steroids, as they have done in the past. Given the severity of Winston's symptoms, they now need to take invasive biopsies.
We need to rule in or rule out the bad stuff, because if we do give him the steroids, which might mask stuff, we might never diagnose it. Because if we miss the low-grade cancer and we don't treat it, that he's not going to be around for an awful lot longer. What do you think? You're just thinking, that's quite nice. Scratch my chin.
Hi, Kirsty.
Hey, Kirsty.
Oh, chipmunk.
Chipmunk, Kirsty, chipmunk.
Meet the chipmunk.
Hello.
Come on, let's get you downstairs.
Big day.
Scott and Riaz have arrived back at the Richmond Practice with Chippy for her breast lump removal.
Okay, guys, so with this, we have to be quite efficient because we've got a little mammal that's prone to stress, as we certainly learnt this morning. Don't need that again.
Riaz and nurse Sam will be assisting with the procedure on the 4-year-old chipmunk.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
Yep, let's do it.
Let's go for it. Anesthetics and surgery in small animals is always a risk, but chipmunks, they're so small and delicate, of course, it's even greater risk. So we need to make sure that with this procedure, it's as quick as it can be and she can recover as quickly as she can. Go right up to 5 to start with, because she's light. With a lot of animals, we can actually give anesthetics via an IV line or straight into their blood supply. But with the chipmunk, their blood vessels are very small. So instead, what we're going to do is an inhalation anesthetic. She'll breathe that in, and then she'll be knocked out and ready for surgery.
I think it's my least favourite way.
Well, I'd like to see you try and get a vein
Yeah.
in this one.
I think that would be a challenge.
Let's take her out and get her straight onto a mask. Okay. That's it. What I can see here is a very angry-looking mammary mass. So she's got a little lump in her breast tissue, which is quite concerning because she is an older chipmunk, and therefore older people get cancer more regularly, unfortunately. And in this case, I think that might be what it is. So what we need to do is to remove it, but at the same time remove enough tissue around the outside that if it has spread a small amount, then at least we're taking it away. We're doing the job once and doing it right. Okay. Yeah, it's a hard lump and actually pretty big.
Fiddly.
So I've got the lump out completely and I can feel there's a nipple there, and then underneath is this hard lump, hopefully surrounded by healthy tissue. But we'll have to wait and see what the pathologists say.
It's quite a big lump, isn't it, for a little chipmunk?
It really is. I mean, if you think how big that is comparative to this animal, it's about half the size of its head.
Yeah.
So for me, that's a pretty big lump.
Big lump.
Yeah. It's pretty difficult, actually, to suture up an animal this small because their skin is paper thin. So it does throw up its own set of difficulties.
The lump will now be sent to pathology. Scott won't be relaxing until the results are back.
So as you say, Sam, we're not out of the woods yet.
No.
To have this little one recover.
Wake her up.
Yes.
Do you want to go straight back into her box?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, could you? Thank you.
Okay, it's right next to you.
Ooh. Ooh. What's that?
It's amazing how quick they wake up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's incredible. Fast metabolic rate.
Good girl.
You're ready to go back in? You got there?
Yeah.
Good girl.
Just pop the lid on that.
Right. Good. No chipmunk deaths today.
You don't want that.
Hooray. I can't wait to deliver the news to Manpreet that Chippy has got through the procedure and has woken up beautifully. I know how worried she's been about this, but now I need to also tell her that that worry continues until we get the results of the pathology back from the lab. Oh, Mum's going to be so relieved. Yes, she is. Hey? Yeah, she is.
You know where we're going, don't you? Hey?
Jo is now arriving for her appointment at the St Margaret's Practice to try to sort out Sydney's chronic breathing problems.
Oh, that's a big sigh.
Hi, Jo.
Hi.
Hi, Sydney. Hello, mate. How are you? Hey? Oh, you're handsome.
He remembers you.
Come on in, Jo. Let's have a chat.
Brilliant, thank you. I'm really worried about Sid. He's really struggling with breathing and just generally being a puppy in the park. And we need to get this sorted.
Yeah. How's things been going, Jo? Still as snorty as ever, I'm guessing?
I'm afraid so, yeah.
So just to kind of go through some of the symptoms, he snores.
Oh, yeah.
When he goes on a walk, does he pant pretty much the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah. And does he pant for a long time after he recovers from an exercise as well?
He does, and it exhausts him, so he falls asleep.
Yeah. Has he ever collapsed on a walk? Like, has he ever got to the point where he's so out of breath that he's gone down?
No, but he's been pretty close to it, and I've had to carry him home because he just can't get his breath and can't walk.
So he is classic of a lot of flat-faced brachycephalic dogs having this BOAS syndrome, so brachycephalic obstructive airway syndrome.
Wow.
But basically it means that because he's got a short nose and a big domed head, a lot of the structures in the back of the throat are excessive, and those affect his ability to breathe normally. I mean, it's great that he hasn't yet collapsed, but certainly that's where we're headed. And this kind of dog can become blue and purple. You know, they literally aren't getting enough oxygen into their system to be healthy, and then they can collapse. And look, worst case scenario, I have heard that they can die.
Oh.
So it isn't something that we can take lightly, and Sydney's a great dog, and we don't want to get to that point. Seeing Sydney today, it's fairly obvious what we need to do. We need to perform surgery. This isn't fun for him. This isn't a lifestyle that he can endure long term. We need to do something now, and the best option for him is to try and trim the soft palate and make his nostrils a bit bigger. What we're hoping from the surgery is that we're going to have a dog that's going to breathe much easier, is not going to be so stressed out in the summer, and hopefully won't snore as much and give you both a good night's sleep.
That would be good. I couldn't believe that when Scott said he needed surgery. I'm just devastated for Sydney, but also at the same time secretly quite pleased that it's actually going to get him sorted out.
Jo doesn't want to waste any time, so Sydney's surgery is booked in for tomorrow morning.
Hey, mate, we'll sort you out. Yes, we will. Yeah. You all right, sweetheart? Hey? Ready to see Mummy?
24 hours ago, Scott removed a mass from Chippy's breast. And the 4-year-old chipmunk has made a good recovery.
Should we go and see Mummy then? Hey, let's go. Come on then.
For owner Manpreet, it's been a stressful separation from her precious girl.
It's been a bit nerve-wracking because, of course, I didn't know, how the operation's going to go. So it's been a long wait.
Here's Mummy. Hey.
Oh, hi.
There's your little lady.
Oh, hi, sweetheart.
Say hi, Mama.
Oh, bless.
So surgery went well.
Oh, brilliant.
And we've removed that mass in its entirety. So now it's just a waiting game. We need to find out what it is. The pathologist will give us an idea of that, and then we work out if we should be worried or not. But the good news is at least that I've removed the whole thing and the tissue around it. So hopefully it's good news.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I was so nervous before, but now it's such a big relief to have her finally back with me. I'm just looking forward to taking her back home.
See ya.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, all the best. Bye, Chippy.
Scott will have the results of the tests in just a few days.
Hello, baby. Mommy loves you.
Hello,
Winston.
here he is.
He's coming in.
It's going to be a tense day for Scott's friends Michael and Claire.
He's all right.
Oh,
He's a bit grumpy.
Their own cat, Winston, is coming into their practice for exploratory surgery.
Here's your favourite little boy, Louise.
Little Winnie.
To find out whether his inflammatory bowel disease has developed into cancer.
There you go, Willow. That was a little...
My little evil
that is,
genius cat.
He's just eyeing up the exits, planning his strategy for escape.
Both are concerned about the severity of the 11-year-old's symptoms, especially his weight loss.
Winston.
Oh, Winnie.
It's weird bringing Winston to work for a procedure, but it's also quite weird seeing Claire being so worried about him.
What are you saying? Are you singing?
I'm worried about him as well, but Claire's a worrier, which is what makes her such a caring vet, I think.
You're
Yeah.
doing the jabbing, if that's okay, Michael.
So I'm bad cop.
Because I get too worried about him.
Yeah, that's fine. 1, 2, 3.
Good boy, good boy, good boy. Well done.
So it makes you feel what it's like to be an owner rather than a vet. It's pretty nerve-wracking.
He's cross.
Worrying about what might happen to him, if he's going to be okay, is he going to make it through the anaesthetic?
Good boy.
All the kind of usual fears people have that we don't normally feel ourselves.
Come on then, Winnie. Let's go.
I mean, we do it every day to everyone else's animals, but when it's your own, it's just a little bit peculiar. Just got to remind myself that it's for his own good, and hopefully we'll find out why he's losing weight.
The surgical procedure to collect the biopsies can be potentially fatal. But it's the only way for Michael and Claire to know whether Winston does have cancer and needs chemotherapy to survive.
So the biopsies I'm taking here are full thickness biopsies of the gut. So the gut has multiple layers, and we're going to take a sample from the outside right the way through into the lumen of the gut, sampling all the different layers all at the same time. The downside with that is the gut content can potentially leak out, and that can be catastrophic. Okay, how are you feeling, Louise?
I'm ready.
Right, good to go, Kim?
Yes.
Okay, right. We're going in.
Let's go. Time for surgery.
At St Margaret's, Sydney is also about to go into surgery.
Sydney, you're here. Hi.
The 7-month-old is suffering life-threatening breathing problems.
So he's here for his nose job today?
Yeah, absolutely. Nose and soft palate.
Receptionist Elle and nurse Gemma are on standby to give plenty of pre-op cuddles.
He loves your shoes, Al.
You can choose those any time.
Oh, yeah.
So when Sydney gets overexcited, you can hear that snorting and snuffling that's, obviously really affecting him.
Sid, look after my fur baby.
I will.
Bye,
we'll
darling.
give you a call when he's woken up from the general anaesthetic. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Sydney having this operation is going to mean everything for us and him.
Good boy.
Mwah. And he's going to absolutely love getting out in that park. I know it for a fact.
Sydney. Come on then, Sydney. Let's see Uncle Scott.
Hello, mate.
Hiya.
Hello, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
How you doing? You all right?
Gemma and Emma will both be assisting with the surgery. Neither of these experienced nurses have been involved in a soft palate resection before.
So I thought I'd do him a few drawings just so you girls can see what we're going to be doing. The soft palate looks a little bit like this. Okay. Gemma, you are going to be my surgical assistant today. All right. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to be putting 2 little sutures called stay sutures in there, like that. You're going to be holding them behind my head.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to lock this bit off.
Wow.
Like that.
Okay.
Is that all right with you? Is that all right with you? All right, let's get to it.
Let's do it.
This particular syndrome of having the long, soft palate and really tiny nostrils can be life-threatening. Dogs can become cyanotic, which means that they have not enough oxygen getting into their system. They turn blue, and yes, they can die if that happens.
Don't.
Come on. Certainly, Sydney is a dog that under anaesthetic will be compromised. So we all need to be sure that we know exactly what we're doing, that our roles are defined, and that everyone's on their top game. Straight away, look how much that soft palate goes into his larynx.
That's incredible.
So you can see it's actually hanging inside his voice box there. That's the problem. Soft palates in French bulldogs are always fairly sizable, but Sydney's is an absolute belter. It is huge. It really is. It looks like a second tongue. Great. Okay, let's move him into the surgery and get going. I do need to take quite a bit away from this to make sure I get the result I'm looking for. Right, so I'm just going to place the stay sutures now.
It's a delicate operation. And now it's time for Gemma to take up her unusual surgical position.
Ready to get close and personal?
Yes. Gonna have a little hug. I think this is the closest we've ever been.
I feel
on your ear.
I feel your hot breath on my neck. I feel like it's more like an experience with a vampire or something.
What are you trying to say?
Gemma and I are good mates at work, but I don't think we've ever been quite that close. Oh, now all I can think about is your hot breath. That's not right, is it, Sydney? Hey?
Sydney, stay with me, buddy. Let's ignore them.
All right, so we're just about to cut now.
Wow.
There we go. So once we've trimmed back the soft palate, we have just got 2 edges that we need to suture together. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's good. So Gemma, if you unhook there, thank you.
Now it's on to stage 2 of the surgery.
Let's embark on that nose job, shall we? Hey? The procedure on the nose is an interesting one because we're taking sections of the nostrils away to actually make the nostrils bigger. But anyone that's ever cut into a nose before will know it bleeds like hell. But very quickly, you can control that just by suturing it into the right position. And straight away, you could see that he had nostrils where he didn't have them before.
Well, that's one heck of a nose piercing.
The difference from one side to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your sutures have improved. You've been practicing.
That's amazing, Scotty.
That's beautiful.
Like, all joking aside, like, I'm actually really impressed with what you've just done.
I could see Scotty as a plastic surgeon for humans.
Why?
The women would love you. Coming to get their noses done and their lips done and their boobs done.
You just imagine the consults. It'd be so different from this. Yeah. Instead of being salivated on and attacked by the leg. Maybe actually you would.
Oh, dear. You went there. You went there.
Oh, dear.
A lot of our clients like to think Scott's a dreamboat. So you can just imagine the clientele if he was a plastic surgeon. Women coming in for their lips to be pumped up and things like that.
I think it's perfect, isn't it?
It's a little bit perfect. You can hang your hat.
I know Gemma will say something rude if she doesn't think it is, so come and have a look.
Let's have a look. Inspect your work. So we do have to try and keep Scott's ego under control, but we did have to give him praise this time because it was a pretty good job. I think it's pretty perfect.
Wow, high praise.
I'm scared to say anything about it.
You should be. Go away. You're perfect, Sydney. Good job. All right, let's wake this boy up, shall we? Straight away, as a surgeon, you can see and hear that Sydney's snuffling days are over. Do you want us to call Mummy? Eh?
Sydney will sleep off the anaesthetic for a few hours before going home with Joe.
I think we're all super happy with the result. I think in the long run, Sydney is going to be so much happier. We're going to be able to breathe better, going to be able just to enjoy life a little bit better. So here's to Sydney and his new nostrils.
No, that's going to feel weird, isn't it?
Funny.
Now that he's under the drapes, I feel completely fine.
Surgeon Michael Hamilton is now starting the exploratory surgery on his 11-year-old cat, Winston.
So the purpose of Winston's operation today is A, to have a look around inside his abdomen at his organs, specifically his intestines, because he's losing weight, but he's ravenously hungry. So we're gonna actually physically look at his organs and we're gonna take biopsies.
Michael and his wife Claire, who is also a vet, are extremely concerned that Winston's inflammatory bowel disease has become something a lot more frightening.
Given his age, given his breed, unfortunately, he could potentially have developed cancer of his gut, which is not uncommon in cats who have inflammatory bowel disease.
So how's it going?
It's still going fine.
I'm not scrubbing in today because I find it too emotional to get involved when one of my pets is under anaesthetic. I was just get a bit too anxious and stressed.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is just check his gut from one end to the other. And anything that looks abnormal, that's specifically where we'll take biopsies from. This is a bit of small intestine, which I have to say looks pretty good.
Knowing Claire is so worried, Michael is doing his best to lighten the mood.
At the end of the large intestine is his bum. And on the other side of that is a big Winston poo down in there.
I hope you know how to get all that back in, Michael.
Yeah, it kind of, yeah. He's not got much of a pancreas here, I have to say. We're definitely going to take a little piece of that and send that off to the lab. Just going to check one of his kidney down in there. There's his liver. His liver looks actually pretty normal, which is good. There's no lumps, there's no bumps, and it all looks normal. So I'm really happy what we found here, more to the point what we haven't found.
With no obvious signs of cancer, Michael has to take a series of biopsies to make absolutely sure Winston can be given the all clear.
Yeah, so this is a little piece of Winston's liver.
As well as liver and pancreas biopsies, Michael takes a further 4 samples from the different regions of Winston's gut.
So next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of his stomach. This is a full thickness biopsy, right the way through all the layers of his gut. And by doing it that way, hopefully we won't miss anything.
Although Michael has carried out this procedure many times, he's well aware that if Winston's gut is abnormal and does not heal properly, there is a real risk of serious complications.
It's high risk because you've basically made a hole in the gut. The gut content can potentially leak out. That is a big, big problem, and that's a major risk with this particular procedure that we're doing here. It can get really, really ill really quickly. It's called peritonitis, and it kills kitty cats and it kills people too. Done. Okay, so we've got all of our biopsies now. We are good to close him up. So you should hopefully bounce back relatively quickly from this.
He's going to be cross when he wakes up.
Not if he wakes up in your loving arms. There he is. Hello, mate. Once we've finished the procedure, we're going to be watching him like a hawk for the next 2 or 3 days to make sure that he's not getting a really painful abdomen, spiking a really high temperature. Because if he's going to get peritonitis, he's probably going to get it in the first probably 2 or 3 days.
Up you into bed. It's Mummy.
It's my little body boy.
Yes. There you are, cutie pie.
Was he a good boy?
Yes, he was.
He hasn't been cross.
No, not yet.
There's
Give it
always
time.
You all right, warrior?
Much better, thank you. Yeah, much better now.
Yeah.
Much better now.
It all looked normal in there, Claire. So
Yeah, good.
probably home in a day or 2 once we're happy that he's all right. So yeah, and then just wait and see what the biopsy says.
It will be several long days before the lab results come back, showing whether Winston is clear of cancer. Only then will Claire be able to stop worrying.
I will be nervous when we see the pathology results for the first time, but I'm just really happy that he's waking up and he's okay. You're all right, little man. Little man, it's all over now. Oh, the horrible bit's done.
Hello, mate. How you going with that new nose?
It's been 4 hours since Sydney had his nose job and a large section of his soft palate removed.
Come on, big boy. Here we go. Let's go find Mummy.
Already, the French Bulldog's breathing has improved.
Hi! How did it go?
Very good.
Upstairs, owner Jo is just arriving to take her puppy home.
Without Sid at home today, it's been really quiet. Quiet in the fact that he's not running around under my feet, but also quiet because he's not been snorting and shuffling and snuffling in the background.
Oh, here he goes.
It's going to be quite strange going home and him being there and still being silent, but knowing he's there.
Oh my gosh, Sid. Hello.
What you think?
Hello, it looks amazing.
So the surgery went really well. We trimmed that soft palate, so hopefully he won't be gurgling as much. And then as you can see, he's got some, well, he's got nostrils. Didn't have them before.
They're excellent.
Yeah, I'm really happy. He's done really well and breathing quite quietly, really, considering he's still quite sleepy.
Yeah, that's excellent. Thanks, Scott. I think Sydney looks amazing. I can't believe the difference already in the nostril size.
With all the swelling reducing over the coming days, I think he's going to just get better and better and better. And hopefully then you'll be able to walk in the park, enjoy the great outdoors, even in hot weather, with a dog that isn't making so much of a racket.
Well, Sid, I can get you home.
You got him. All right, bye, champ. Bye, mate. Bye. Nice nose, by the way.
Thanks, Scott.
See you, Jo.
soon.
All the best.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye. Come on, Sid.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, Sid.
Say bye.
Bye, mate. Bye. You're so cute. Hi, Manpreet. How are you? Great to see you.
Scott has received the test results for Manpreet's 4-year-old pet chipmunk.
Hello, Chippy. How are you, sweetheart?
Today, he will deliver the news and check up on little Chippy.
How's she been?
She's been okay. She's been really good. She was a bit quiet for the first few days.
5 days ago, Scott operated to remove a worrying lump from Chippy's breast.
It looks like it's healed quite well. The only thing is that I do feel there's a little bit more of a lump that's developed further down.
And that wasn't there before?
No. I never expected to find another lump. All I was doing was to make sure that the suture line had healed well and that the lump that I previously removed had gone completely. And the unfortunate thing is the results from the lump have come back, and it's come back as a not a very nice type of tumour. And it's already spread out into the tissue surrounding. I think it's a good chance that, sadly, this will take her quite quickly. And the fact that it's already spread the way it has, it's really not good news at all, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry.
Poor thing. So do you think she's in pain at the moment then, or?
I don't. I feel, you're still very active, aren't you? I don't think that she's in pain, but this tumour is likely to progress quite quickly. I really wanted it to be okay.
Oh, no. I don't know, in my mind, I just thought, oh, she's had the operation and she'll be
gone,
fine.
and you've given us such a wonderful life, you really have. And what I love about you is that this is a little tiny fairy creature and people might go, oh, it's only a chipmunk, but it means so much more to you.
Of course, she's my baby. It's like my little kid.
I know.
That's why it's so heartbreaking, because she's brought us so much joy in the last 4 years.
She knows how much you love her, and I know how much you love her, and you just need to keep doing that, okay?
Yeah.
Because she's lived so much longer than she would have in the wild.
Yeah.
By being cared for so beautifully by you. Okay?
Yeah.
And I'll be here. Okay, so if you need to speak to me about it, if you want to just have a cry on a shoulder, then I'm here.
Thank you.
Because I do know that this little creature, however small, has a big part of your heart.
She does, definitely. Both of them.
My baby. You're You've been such a sweet girl and such a good little patient. You'd never know, would you?
No, I know, exactly. She's so active.
And
She's such a good girl.
And that's one thing you do have to take away, is that ignorance is in fact bliss. And right now, she's like, oh, look, I'm doing somersaults. Aren't I hilarious? And, oh, look, there's my mum, and I love her.
Bless. I tell her that every day. I love her. Sometimes I think she probably understands, right?
Of course she does.
Are you glad Mr. Winston's home? Good girl. Good Mr. Winston.
It's also been an anxious time for Scott's great friends, the Hamiltons, after their pet cat Winston underwent exploratory surgery.
We've had Winston's results back and they've been able to rule out cancer, which is brilliant news, and we're so relieved and so happy. They've confirmed he does have inflammatory bowel disease, which we knew he's always had. That's okay, we can manage that.
With no need for chemotherapy, a relieved Claire now has Winston back on steroids.
This is food for Mr. Winston.
And already he seems to be coping much better with his inflammatory bowel disease.
Should we give him his tablets to make him better? Are you making Mr. Winston better? Yeah, clever girl. Maya's getting very involved. She's absolutely fascinated by it. If I left it to her, I think she would treat him about 8 times a day. Yeah, good girl, well done. More? He's going to get really fat. So far, so good. He seems to be getting a lot better. He's brighter, he's a lot happier. He's certainly improved in his demeanour. He's improved a lot. And he's more playful, happier. He seems already a lot improved, yeah. Really happy. Good boy, Mr. Winston.
And 3 weeks after performing no surgery on French Bulldog Sydney...
Hello, mate. How are you? You're looking fantastic. Hi, Joe.
Hi.
Scott has organised a date in the park to check up on his handiwork.
He looks amazing.
Look at that nose. Hey? Oh, what's that sound I hear? The sound of silence.
Exactly. No snoring.
Yeah. When I first met Sydney, he was a noisy dog. I mean, even at rest, he made a racket, but when he was exercising, he would snort, he would snuffle, he would pant. It was all very distressing and far from normal. But now I know the surgery's been a success and he's a happier dog because he's a quieter dog. So how's it been going? Obviously, he's breathing a lot better.
Loads better. He's playing with dogs in the park, he's running. Since the operation, he's now enjoying his dog life to the max. And as a family, we can see a different change in him. He's really enjoying himself out and about. You ready? Go on then. It was a massive bonus for all of us, him and us. Good boy.
He's never going to be a beautiful gazelle running after, you know, the wildebeest in the park. He is always going to have a short run before he's going to be a bit out of breath. At the end of the day, he is a French bulldog. Built like a tank, with a flat face.
Yep.
But you think he's much more comfortable enjoying life?
Absolutely. It was the right call to do the operation.
That's good, isn't it? That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Hey?
Oh, sick.
Oh, you big wuss. Hey? What a good boy. Did the nose job help with the ladies at all? Huh? Hey?